Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and what do you want?
Hail, friend. Been some time. Trust you've been well? But come, if it was idle twittering you'd wanted, you'd have sought a prettier bird than this old crow. Crows bring tidings, most oft grim. Me, I bring you work. Still grim, I'm afraid. Well, salvation again, naturally. Now there's word they've a man inside the castle. If that be true, he'll have need to leave the castle eventually to meet with the others. All I ask is that you keep watch. If you see someone leaving the castle, shadow them. I only have need of your eyes. Follow them and see what business has them out. I'll do the rest. Skulking about is more my line than yours, I know. But pray, lay your chivalry aside this once. I'd do it myself, but there's aught has me away from Grand Sorin for a time. Nothing for it, I fear. Tell your findings to the innkeep. We have an arrangement. Tread carefully, friend, and quietly, what's more.
Shadow the suspect. Huh, well that's neat, chasing shadows. Okay. Well, why don't we pick this one? Late at night. Wait in the noble quarter and tail them. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave that alone for the time being. We're going to go out here. There's no longer a time limit, I believe. So, we're going to head out here. And we're finally going to redo this segment where we go back into the weird hole that the pawns seem to have. The weird pawn hole, I don't know. But we're going to go back down here. We're going to clear this place out. Then we'll continue on. Because it looks like one or two quests haven't shown up yet and might not show up for some time. But this is the only one that I actually have to worry. We already got the one. We already got Lost and Found done, which was the only time-sensitive one related to this quest. I am being very particular about missing nothing now. Okay, lantern half full. Lantern. And I know technically we've already done this again, but at the same time, I really did enjoy dungeon crawling through this. And now that I actually understand how it works, we should have a much easier time clearing it. Okay, right. I gotta be wary of, like, spiders and stuff, don't I? Yeah, there they are. I don't remember if I've got a quest related to them, though. I think I do. Let's grab the spider venom. Is there anything else? Like, I'm hearing noises. But my minions are not being particularly aggressive here. I guess regular spiders do not qualify. Oh, right. And we're running into weight issues a little bit here. I probably should have sold stuff. Oh, well. It's too late for that now. Okay, and we've got bats, too. Now, I don't think I've got the quest that I had the first time around with the, like, kill 50 bats or whatever. Which kind of sucks, but, yeah, whatever. I just liked that, because that was, like, 50,000 gold or something crazy like that. Also, apparently if I have to restart the game again, I can just set the game to hard mode, and then back to normal mode, and it'll actually restart the game over completely. But you get to keep all of, like, your gold and stuff, which is really cool. I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. Maybe? I don't know. It's one of those where these guys are actually undead. It's one of those things where I actually really enjoy, like, New Game Plusing games in such a way where, like, it grants me, like, a massive advantage for no other reason than because it's really fun to just, like, run through, like, the beginning of a game and be, like, an absolute badass. I'm trying to think of a good example, and I can't really. And honestly, yeah, it does kind of cheapen the game to the point where it's like, yeah, was this really worth it? Probably not. But I still enjoy it nonetheless, because it's funny. I actually really enjoy reading, like, light novels and books and stuff where, like, the main character to begin with is not some, you know, slouchy main character with, like, no skill and, you know, no sense. I actually really enjoy reading stories where the main character's already somebody competent and possibly, like, incredibly powerful, but it's not like Deus Ex Machina-y, because that gets really boring really fast. I prefer when the character's, like, already intelligent, already kind of knows what they can do. It's like if the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, much less The Hobbit, was written from the perspective of, like, Gandalf. Even though Gandalf is not exactly what I would call the most competent of ancient wizards, he still had a fair bit more competency than, say... That is quite the spell. Fair bit more competency than any of the other characters. Hands down. I think there is another treasure chest in here. Right? I don't remember where the treasure chests are. I've either gone past them or will go past them later. Not the end of the world. Okay, but, oh, what's a great example? I guess I talk about light novels a lot when I'm playing RPGs, but I think it applies. But, shoot, it's called, like, not New Saga, The New Gate. There we go. That one has, like, a ridiculously overpowered main character, and, like, pretty much the entire book is, the entire light novel series is about him trying to, like, get by without anybody noticing. And I really enjoy that. I don't know, it's just fun and casual to read. That sort of thing. Okay, so I believe... grab all these. Oh. Should probably not waste my flasks here. Got skeletons up ahead? Yep, we do. Okay. I don't know. I like stories where, like, you know, there's the big bad coming and stuff like that, but I always hate the incompetent main character that has to, like, rise to the occasion. 90% of the time, it's usually through, like, ridiculous means, you know, some magical weapon or, you know, some kind of, like, hidden power that they suddenly have. And I've always disliked that trope. I mean, okay, yes and no. I like a good Deus Ex Machina just as much as the next guy. You know, it's really satisfying to just watch somebody, like, pull out X from nowhere and lay down the smackdown on other people. Be it, you know, demons, dragons, whatnot, I don't even know. But when it's one of those where it's like that's the only way the character can even function in battle, that gets really frustrating after a while, because it's like, you know, what's even the point of reading this? You just know what's gonna happen. I'm looking at... I'm looking at you, Bleach, I guess. And I prefer it when, you know, a story has, you know, the main character isn't just ineffective up until they pull out the, you know, can of awesome, the ownage laser, the whatever special ability they seem to be hiding. Hey, it did work. Sure, we still have to deal with Big Bad over there, but at least we get to take the loop through. It just keep the gates open, and you can take the side paths every time. Good system. Let's see. What was I going to say? I'm trying to think of, like, specific series that do power scaling well. I mean, I guess I mentioned Name of the Wind. Or the Kingkiller Chronicles? Yeah, Kingkiller Chronicles is technically the name of the entire series. But they did, I guess I'm going to call it power scaling particularly well in that series, just because, you know, the main character kind of comes into his own. He's no slouch the entire way through. He learns, he improves. He gets better, even though, like, there's very obviously, like, an amount of, there's very obviously an amount of, like, this kid is special, but it's like, he's special, but he's not, like, already can, like, without even any training or any knowledge or anything, can just immediately go toe-to-toe with the dragon because he's secretly, like, half demon or whatever. And, like, this wasn't known to him up until... Jesus Christ, PA Master, with those meteor showers. I mean, if the character was aware that he was a half-demon and was, like, keeping... I don't know. It's weird. Storytelling is hard. I guess a lot of it really does boil down to writing, too. If the writing is good, any story can be worthwhile. I forgot he was going to be there. Well... I'm gonna climb onto his face, because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I think this guy's gonna die a heck of a lot easier, though. I think I'm on his hand now. I could be wrong. I am totally on his hand. He is dying a heck of a lot faster this time. I'm not sure how I'm exactly holding on to him at this point. But, you know, I've kind of given up questioning these things. What is that? What is... Is he just stunned? Oh, he's like blocking. Okay, I got it. This is a weird spell. I like it. I have no idea what it's about, though. This is what happens when you come fight a monster after you've leveled up a couple of times beforehand. I actually thought I was, like, under-leveled for this area, but, oops. Turns out I've actually done a pretty good job of, leveling up beforehand. I guess I was on a fair amount of adventures. I just thought I was low for whatever reason. Come on, get out of here, corpse. I want to see if you have anything to loot. Doesn't look like it. Either that or it has already been looted, and I have no idea. Okay, well, whatever. Let's just grab that Harspa juice. Anything else around here? Probably not. Hey, and we didn't toss anybody off into the void this time around. Now, I'm trying to think. I mean, I think that's part of the reason why I like video games so much, in terms of, like, writing. Because, you know, the character might actually have some kind of special power that lets them do, like, special things. And possibly even in, like, a Deus Ex Machina occasionally. But, like, unlike books and TV shows and movies, very rarely do they have time to, like, show the gradual improvement of the player character.
Am I alone in wishing to be out of this place?
You know, to the point where it makes sense for them to be this strong. But, you know, video games, especially, like, RPGs, it's super obvious. I mean, go figure. Your character is leveling up along the way, getting new gear, getting new equipment, whatever. I mean, I guess the same logic works for, like, first-person shooters and whatnot, too, but very rarely does it take so long. Like, I guess very rarely would I consider most, first-person shooters to be a, like, absolute journey. In the same means as, like, I'm trying to think of a good example here. But, like, most first-person shooters seem like they take place over the course of a couple days, maybe a week. Sometimes, it's just a single night. It's very rare that you'll have, like, a first-person shooter that, you know, the entirety of the plot actually took a while. Like, I'm actually trying to remember here. Like, how long would you actually, like, bring out the time span of the Halo book series? I actually have no idea. And I'd actually love to know, because, you know, I felt like Halo was a very good first-person shooter from, like, a plot perspective. Probably the best, as far as I've ever played. And, like, Halo 2 was pretty good, and Halo 3 and 4, and I actually haven't played 4, so I don't know. I've just always found the Halo games to be particularly fun, you know, worth reading. That's gonna hurt a bunch. I guess I need to sprint jump that one. Okay, let's get back up before whatever I just spawned becomes too much of a problem. Okay. But we want to take out the harpies. We also want to take out the mages. Oh, one of them got knocked down. Okay. Oh, somebody hit him with an explosive spell. I got it. Well, either way. No more fireballs for you, mister. I have no idea if he died from that. I know she died from that, though. That's convenient. Nope, I still hear them. Now she's dead. If she wasn't dead before, now she is. Okay, I'm just going to sit here blocking. It looks like we have one more skeletal wizard that is doing things, and possibly a harpy or two. Okay. Well, I don't see them up above, so... Oh, hey, this is kind of a safe descent. Good. So where are you, Mr. Mage? I swear this was not dark. I swear this was not as dark the last time I came through. But maybe I'm just sitting in the wrong position in my chair. Oh, yeah. Depending on the angle you're sitting in in relation to your monitor. Actually seems to make a difference here. Well, either way. What's a good like RPG that had like a character that could Deus Ex Machina, but was also like competent, or a show that was that way.
is a tangled knot of paths inside.
I don't know.
Best
I'm
we
trying to think of it.
well.
Like, trying to think of good stories where they scale the characters well, because it's always either like an instantaneous like up down, well, not up down, up flat, up flat, up flat, or just like skyrocket powerful, call it a day. I'm way too fixated on this. It's just I like stories. I like I like RPG stories in, you know, books and games and whatnot. And it's very rare to find one that, like, I truly, like, really want to sink my teeth into. Okay, this is really stupid. But, show-wise, or not show-wise, series-wise, I actually recently came across a series called Helk, I believe. Helck. It's really doofy, and at first I looked at it and I'm like, wow, this is like the dumbest... This is the dumbest story I've read in a very long time. You know, the main character kind of looks like a very bad, like, Hercules type character. You know, big, strong chin, but, like, too strong. He looks like a parody of a character, and not like an actual thing. Oops. This is the way I came in. And, you know, I read the first couple chapters, and I'm like, man, this is such a stupid manga. Like, who would want to read this? Why? And then I kept reading, and then I kept reading, and there's like 60-something chapters out, and it's actually good. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. I did not expect this. I did not see this coming. And, like, at first the entire plot is about, like, human hero goes to Demon Kingdom, and they have, like, this weird contest to see who will be, like, the next Demon King or something to the extent of that. And... for whatever reason, he keeps winning all of them. And the demons are getting, like... Most of the demons are totally chill with it, but, like, the demon leadership's, like, freaking out and is like, what's going on? And then eventually, after, like, a little while of this, they're like, oh, by the way, here's the plot. And then the plot actually is, like, fairly deep, if generic, but, it very rarely... Will I read a story where, like, humanity is the villain. And, this story did it particularly well. I'll just put that out there. I don't think I spoiled too much, and... I mean, I kind of... whatever. That'll be the plot hook. There you go. Humanity is evil in that book, manga series, I don't know. And it's done particularly well. And that's all I really have to say on it. I'd recommend go reading it and, you know, just soldier through the first... I want to say it's like first 15 chapters? It's surprisingly long at first. Okay. Scale coat. Oh, hey, we're actually getting some, like, good equipment here that's probably an upgrade. Maybe not for me, in retrospect. But it might be, I don't know. Love how gear is handled in this game. Let's see, what else have I been reading? What else has been good? Yeah, because Newgate was really good. I liked that one. I mentioned actually a couple episodes ago that I was thinking of reading Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality, just to see if it was any good. I read it. It was, I guess I'm like a little bit over a third of the way through, maybe closer to half. It's weird. It's really weird. I was not expecting what I got, actually. So if you've never read it, it's effectively, you know, Harry Potter's raised by, like, a physicist or a scientist or something. But effectively to the extent of Harry Potter has been raised by, you know, not the Dursleys. Even though I think it's still, you know, his Aunt Petunia, but she actually married somebody that wasn't a complete prick. But, so... The entire story is about, like, Harry being much, much more intelligent than, you know, much more intelligent than normal Harry. Like, Harry Potter from the standard books. Whoops. Let's see. And I actually thought it was, like, a really interesting story for the beginning. but they've been pushing, like, the whole, like, Harry Potter is, like, kind of creepy smart and it's a bit sociopathic and stuff. And after a while, it's just been like, I am reading a story about an unlikable character. This is hard to read. I think part of the problem is, like, they, as part of this plot, decided to, write Harry Potter from the perspective of, like, being almost adult-like in his personality. And it's severely hampered my enjoyment of the series, just because ultimately, like, he spends all this time, like, dealing with adults who keep looking down on him, and it's, like, just such a consistent trope. But, like, it's hard to understand the character, because he's supposed to be, like, what, an 11-year-old? And he's, like, constantly just dealing with, like, political intrigue and whatnot. And it's like, you know what, if this was Artemis Fowl, I think I'd be, like, more into it. And, like, I'm starting to pretend that the character is Artemis Fowl. But it's not as good as Artemis Fowl. Like, actually, if you've never read the Artemis Fowl books, they're a little weird, and they might be a little bit kiddish for most people, but, like, I really, really enjoyed them. They were solid back in the day. I think really it was the first one that was the best. After that, it was kind of a roller coaster of quality that was a little bit on the dubious side, but I'd still consider it to be worth reading the first one, just because it had interesting intrigue, plots, characters, you know, I guess going back to my desire for an intelligent main character, Artemis Fowl did that particularly well. Whoops. Oh, I can literally toss these guys. Up until Firewall does them in for me. Well, close enough. I'm not supposed to be good against everybody, now am I? But I guess part of the reason why I've always wanted or enjoyed, you know, intelligent... Okay, good. All the doors are open, so we can sprint out of here when needed. Part of the reason why I enjoy having, you know, the intelligent main character over the, you know, kind of headstrong, like, kiddish, like, I can overcome everything with the power of friendship and bravery, is, like, I tried watching the Pokemon series when I was, like, 10, and I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. It just wasn't interesting to me. You know, the characters were flat, there was no development, and it almost always just came down to power of friendship and believing in yourself. And that always felt kind of weird and lame. Let's take that. Okay, port crystals work with fairy stones. Put a port crystal in the ground at any place, save a dungeon. And you can use the fairy stone to go back there in an instant. Okay, now we examine this thing. And now we get the freaky tentacles. Now we leave. I don't remember exactly where the exit is. It's like over here-ish. It's somewhere around here. I'm not really in a rush. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to think of things. Oh yeah, yes, that's what I was saying. So part of the reason why I've always, like, craved stories with, like, a powerful character and an effective main character is, I grew up with stories like Artemis Fowl. And honestly, even though it doesn't technically qualify, I read the Lord of the Rings trilogy, like, way early on. I actually read The Hobbit before I read the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I loved The Hobbit because, you know, Bilbo was actually an effective main character. He was interesting, he was smart, even though there was, like, a fair amount of fish out of water situations there. He himself was, you know, still managing to deal with it pretty effectively to the point where, you know, he did almost everything for people up until the final battle, at which point I got really confused and couldn't really follow what was going on. I should probably reread The Hobbit at some point, but still. But, you know, the character wasn't terribly whiny. He wasn't, you know, ineffective. He made do with what he could. And he, you know, just generally got by being smart or clever. Same thing with Artemis Fowl. Whereas, like, in contrast, going back to Pokemon, like, none of those characters are smart. Almost ever. Even if they're supposed to be, like, a smart character, they're really not that intelligent. Like, I guess this is gonna be ridiculous to say, but if you've never heard of the, Can't believe I'm recommending Pokemon while playing Dragon's Dogma, but what else am I going to talk about here? These tentacle things? Bah. We've already been through this segment. But if you've never seen or heard of the Pokemon manga, like the actually good one, look it up. Like, it's weirdly good. I was not expecting it when I was reading it, but like, shit got dark real fast. Like, actual death, actual, like, betrayal. A main character that actually collects and trains Pokemon to the point where he's got, you know, maxed out evolutions of everything because, screw the stupid won't evolve your Pokemon, because of friendship or whatever. I don't know, I've never understood that. But, I guess he never I don't think he ever got a Raichu. I think he still has a Pikachu. But he doesn't use Pikachu all the time, and it felt really good. Felt super good, honestly.
A light. In the furthest depths, you say? I see. In truth, even we pawns know precious little of the Everform. I can say with utmost certainty, though, the light you speak of is newly come. We cannot know if this small aberration will give rise to great calamity hence. But the chance enough is called to take action. We shall redouble our efforts here, and keep vigilant for further signs of change.
Alright. Well, experience, money. We're doing pretty well.
A word, sir.
And now we get this one. But we don't fail Lost and Found this time around, which is great.
Are you the Arisen? I bring a message from the Duke himself. His Grace has judged your feat in slaying the Hydra most laudable. To honor your noble works, you are hereby welcome to the Worm Hunt. You may now accept orders from Sir Maximilian, Captain of the Hunt. Bring this writ to Sir Maximilian outside the castle gates. He will instruct you further. The document confers the status of Hunter upon you. Carry it on your person, always.
Alright, so we finally more or less caught up with a little bit extra done. To where I was before I restarted the game. Not too much of a backtrack, because, I mean, we did do Lost and Found, we did do a couple other things now. And we may now take on Worm Hunt quests. Head to the castle gates in Grand Soren's noble quarter and speak with Sir Maximilian. Okay, so I can't talk to the Duke. That is the one thing. Let's see, Chasing Shadows. Nope, that's not it. We should probably also do, like, Trail of Corruption, and the rest of these are actually other things, but still. Oh, obtain a Wake Stone and give it... Oh, wait, Wake Stone, not teleport thing. Okay, whatever. Either way, making good progress. So we could go to the noble quarter, we could do other things, too. But, you know what? This has actually been a decent length episode, even if it was just kind of backtracking. So let's do a little bit of inventory management. I'll figure out where to go next. Oh, come to think of it. We should probably check new items that we've gotten, because I did get some new coats. So we've got... That does me no good. This also does me no good. It's kind of okay for magic defenses, but still. Okay, so we've got the priest vestments, which makes him look like he doesn't have a neck. None of that's any good. Okay. Well, let's pass these over. Yeah, we've got a ton of this equipment here. Should probably throw at least this into storage. Like, this is supposed to be like the overpowered armor set, but it doesn't really look like it. Okay, whatever. We should give this to Koof anyway. See if Koof can use it. Doesn't look like we've got anything else particularly useful here. I guess I'll check the Dusk Shoes. Nope. Bronze Gauntlets. Nope. We do have a new ring. Silver ring. Wait. Oh, details. There we go. So, defenses to magic defenses. That is pretty bad. Whereas this one's... Oh, right. The Staff Bearer's ring gives you some extra skills. Oh, wait. Enhances the following skills. Oh, that's why these are good. So Biting Wind, Cutting Wind, they get enhanced. So I'm going to give this to Koof as well. Okay, so Koof, you've currently got on Ring of the Azure, which gives some bonuses. Magic defenses are nice. But we're going to go with this instead. because he does use those spells. Awesome. And yeah, I'll go mess with storage. Should probably also refresh my pawns, because I'm more than willing to bet that they've been upgraded since last I tried.
These last years.
Okay, so let's manage stored items. Let's deposit. I've got a ton of cash, so selling a lot of these things doesn't seem particularly necessary. So we'll drop off Wavering Cloth, Volodan Armor, Fop's Trekwear, Lady's Trekwear, Queen's Clothing. Okay, the rest can go. And the Daggerist's Ring, because those will be useful when I switch over to Assassin. Or I'm probably going to have to go to the pre-class beforehand, but still. Okay. So, Wakestone Shard. Oh, we've already got 2. Oh, those, manacles were very, very heavy. Okay. Ooh. Worm Hunt License. Gives a shop discount quest item. So I want to keep this around, but I actually probably want to duplicate that. Because I get the feeling I have to get rid of it at some point. But if I have a duplicate of it that I just carry around with me, then we won't have to worry about it all. Okay, keep the port crystal, get rid of the skulls, jugs, rocks, flask of oil, water, empty flask, that's fine. Conqueror's Pyramid, foreign knife. Okay, and curatives. We have a great many that we probably don't need. Honestly, I bet I could just keep all of my greenware-ish and just get rid of the rest up until later that when we actually need it. Yeah, let's do that. Because the rest of these are probably going to be somewhat useful, but probably not that useful. Somebody's probably gonna yell at me for these things, but yeah, close enough. Okay.
What will it be today?
Deposit, Koof. There we go. Curatives. I guess we might as well also have him get rid of everything, because I can just give him the plants and stuff. We should probably also sell all of the rotten stuff that we've just got got in our inventories, because probably not a whole lot of reason to carry that around either. But yeah, getting rid of all of this stuff means we'll be able to have more endurance, I believe. Or more stamina. Sorry, endurance is a different thing. Okay, don't... Grievous Black will store for the time being. I can't use it. I'll get rid of these. I can sell that. Scholar's Coat. Priest Vestments. I don't know about the Blee out. Ring of the Azure. Ring of the Pure. Okay. Now we finally got some stuff we can sell. We're light, which seems to have vastly improved my running speed. I could be wrong about this, but I actually feel like I'm getting around faster. Okay, so what can I sell? Oh, you can sell Wakestone Shards for a fair amount of money. Let's not do that. Let's see. Violet Ring, Silver Ring. I don't really see much purpose for either of these. I guess the Violet Ring supposed to give resistance, protection against Thundershock. Oh, it's just that. Okay. Let's make some money. We have a ton of money. Let's see. Ring of the Azure. So, resistance to ice, resistance to thunder. I'll keep those around, just in case. Novice Breeches, Cotton Hosen, Tunic, Wizard's Helm, Ironclad Staff. Awesome. And then lastly, we should probably check just to see. Oh, we've already maxed that one out. Don't really care about the rusted shield at all. Can't do anything with that. What am I currently wearing? Bit of both, really. So this is my Vagabond armor. I could boost it up 3. At the cost of 2 misshapen eyes and 9,000 gold. Actually, this seems like a good idea. Because this is already pretty solid equipment. So I'll probably switch that out. And this is just wolf pelts? Hell yeah, I've got so many of them, there's no reason why not to. And luckily, I can actually pull all of this from my inventory whenever I want. Okay, so this is going to be really expensive to upgrade. Do I want to... just 3,000 gold? Just to upgrade it once? Sure. I'll probably be able to keep it for longer that way. Whoops. Pants. Can't do that one. Can do this one. I've got a bunch of Saurian scales. Is this worthwhile, though? Eh. Maybe I should have checked to see if I've had anything better. Either way, we might as well just go with upgrades, seeing as I've got 109,000 gold. Okay, and I've got a ton of shrouds. Is it worth it? For the blindness resistance, why not? Okay, Koof. Care a little bit less about this. We'll boost up the Robe of Enlightenment. Probably should have checked the Billy out. Blout. I don't even know. Okay. Probably not the... Actually, Scholar's Cape should be okay. Barely makes a difference, though. Okay. So let's just check. Let's just check the Tiara of Enlightenment. Not much. Crimson Glare. Can't do it. Okay, well, that's the extent of it. Let's just check one last thing. Equipment, Koof, armor. Is that more magic, slightly less defenses? Doesn't really make him look any better or worse. So... I guess does give him some bonus resistances. But physical is the main worry with him. Okay, well, either way, we've got back to where we were, and we've got some more stuff to do. So, I will see you guys in the next episode of Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen. And as always, thanks for watching.